our very first Midwife Monday. We are so excited about this channel, about educating you guys and getting you just informed to make good decisions about your healthcare, about your pregnancy, labor and birth. It's Frances and Rebecca here from Grace Birthing Centre. Today, our first topic that we've decided to start on is what a midwife is. It seems to be quite misunderstood as to what our role and where we deliver, where we do all of these things. So we really hope that through these sessions we'll be able to just get you thinking and to make good decisions for yourselves. So welcome. So what is a midwife? So a midwife is a registered and trained healthcare worker who provides personalized, individualized antenatal, labor and birth, as well as postnatal care to healthy, low-risk pregnancies. We are complete believers in the natural way of things. We believe that pregnancy and birth is not a medical condition, that life in itself, it's a complete miracle unfolding. So we do not treat it like a medical condition, but we do know that it has a huge impact on moms' lives. It's such an empowering part of women's life as a whole. Midwives are actually the ideal healthcare providers if you think about it. Decades of research is actually showing that midwife care versus doctor care or gynae care, it's actually showing for the same risk categories, it's showing some alarming things. So the first thing is obviously a huge decrease in the amount of cesarean section rate. There's a decrease in the amount of augmentation and induction that happens to get labor going. There's a significant decrease in the number of third and fourth degree tearing that happens at the time of delivery. There's a decreased use in the amount of anesthesia that is used as well. And of course, the thing that we love is there's an increase in these higher rates of breastfeeding with moms who have gone and delivered and had been under the care of a midwife.
Wow, Bex, so those are some amazing statistics.
Yeah.
So let's look at where midwives actually do deliveries. And it takes place in 3 settings mainly. And I'm sure all of you out there will be familiar with the hospital setting, but you may or may not be aware that in government facilities, as opposed to private, midwives are actually taking a lot of the role in terms of that midwife-led care, and doctors are very seldom called in to assist with those normal births. And then of course we have home births. So there are independent medical midwife practitioners out there in the community who are assisting couples in the safety and space in their own home environment. And then of course we get the birthing centres, like us here at Grace Birthing Centre. So, birthing centres are not an uncommon facility in many countries overseas, in first world countries. You'll find a birthing centre in many of the communities. So, why do pregnant women choose midwives? It's not so much about where those babies are going to be born, but it's more about how those women are treated along their pregnancy journey. And when we chat with women who've had midwife-led care, generally they will report back that the care has been more respectful. Their needs and their preferences are always taken into account. So we do what's called the sensitive approach at all times. The care is very woman-centered, so their self-confidence is nurtured and it's encouraged.
Beautiful. And
women are actually made to believe that they really are capable of doing this. It's about empowering them. So we educate and we counsel them with evidence-based information, which then enables them to make good, informed decisions about their care, their antenatal care and their birthing and labouring experience. And of course, this results in care that has a lot less unnecessary medical interventions at the end of the day.
Much better.
We also are truthful advocates for the women that we care for, so we stand in the gap for them, we stand up for them and what their needs are. We assist women to be the healthiest version of themselves, and at the end of the day, this actually prevents those adverse outcomes and complications. Basically, in a nutshell, we develop a deep personal relationship with the woman in our care, where we see women not just as a number, but actually as an important individual with her own needs.
Amazing.
So the birthing team together ensures that these women not only have an empowered, unique and joyful experience, but at the same time they're having a very safe one too.
Yeah, it's completely radical. It's how pregnancy, labour and birth should be, don't you think?
Absolutely.
So yeah, our services involve, so it's very similar to the doctors in the sense of we do the usual. As you come in for your appointments, you do the urine test, you do the weight check, we do the basic obstetric scanning, we do the necessary lab work that needs to be done. As midwives as well, we also quite reliant on our hands. We often like to feel how baby is. It's called palpations. We palpate you and we make sure we feel baby's head. We also measure the fundal height, so we can check and monitor that the growth has been satisfactory during the pregnancy. So we make sure that all those parameters, everything stays within the normal and low risk. So the other thing is that midwives take it that one step further than the doctors, and that as Frances has actually mentioned, there's a whole nother side in terms of mom's emotional needs and in terms of her even financial and social needs. You know, so as midwives, our role is so much more than just the midwife. We are that shoulder to cry on. We are that delivery nurse that delivers the baby. The antenatal nurse that makes sure you low risk. The nurse and midwife that manages complications should the need to arise, if there's bleeding or if there's a resuscitation. We do that. Those are our skills. We've learned how to do that from our training and from the experiences that we have, and we are competent and capable professionals to be able to handle things that do arise. We are the pediatric nurse. If antenatal, the baby screenings post-delivery, we need to make sure that your baby's happy. So we fit into all these different roles as midwives. The important thing when a mom joins us is that she does understand that in the unlikely event that we do monitor her and we do pick up abnormalities that we would need to transfer her. That could be antenatally, a referral to a GYNAE, someone who monitors higher risk pregnancies, or even in labour if problems do arise, that the mothers are happy that we would be able to transfer, that they trust us enough to be able to make that call should it need to actually happen.
So ladies, it's really a very sad situation here in South Africa that for many years midwives have very much been undervalued and unappreciated in their role, and society as a whole doesn't really realize the wealth of professional knowledge that midwives do have to assist mothers in this low risk physiological process that's taking place in their bodies. But I'm very happy to say, or we're happy to say, that narrative is changing. There's a voice that's uprising, and it's becoming stronger by the year. And women are taking back birth.
Yes.
And they're empowering themselves.
Amazing.
And realizing that they have the potential to actually make this happen. And how wonderful that they can actually have a midwife walk that journey with them, who has the same values and the same goal and the same vision for her journey as she does. At the end of the day, midwife means with women, and that's exactly what our vision here at Grace Birthing is.
We would love to be with you, and obviously we want to grow with you. We grow with our moms, and we love you guys and appreciate you. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe on our different social media platforms. Be friends with us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, or just keep up to date with our Midwife Mondays on YouTube. Thank you so much, and sending you all lots of love. Okay, man. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.